If you ever wondered about a federal government job, is it worth it? Should you try? I'm going to give you 8 strong reasons on why you should consider it because it could change your life. First one is the federal pension. Money for the rest of your life. What is that worth to you? Not the stock market, not cryptocurrency or the latest get rich scheme. True financial security that when you hit the age of 57 or maybe 62, you will have money coming in for the rest of your life. You might have plans. We all have plans. You're putting money on your 401k, maybe your IRA, then something happens. I was talking to a lady recently. Her daughter's house was destroyed by a tornado. She pulled money out of her retirement fund in order to help her daughter rebuild her house from the tornado. She never expected that. So many of us are not expecting what's going to happen next year or 5 years from now. With a pension, you don't have to worry about that because when you get to that elder age, you're going to have guaranteed money coming in every month. The next one is the thrift savings plan. Much like the IRA and the 401k, this is invested into the stock market. Great thing about this is you're getting matching. So let's say you make $100,000 a year. So 5% of that, $5,000. You contribute $5,000, the government matches you roughly 5%. So $5,000 of new money that you didn't have before. So then for that first year, now you have $10,000 within that TSP balance. That grows. This is the reason there's so many federal employees that become millionaires, $2, $3, $4, $5 million with their TSP. They don't even have to touch their pension. Their pension's coming into a separate account and it's just growing. And they're living off of their TSP. But then you have other people that decide, you know what, I want to buy a new house. I want to get a new boat. So you can borrow off of your TSP. You borrow, let's say $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, and then you can repay it. Now, I wouldn't do this because you're missing out on the beauty of compound interest. You're not going to grow it as high. So resist the urge to borrow from yourself. There are also different funds within the TSP, so you can mix them around. You could do international funds. You could do something that focuses more on the Dow or more on the S&P 500. The 2 best funds in recent memory are the C fund and the S fund. Okay, the next one is promotion ladders. Many jobs, you're sitting there, promotion never happens. You're there 15, 20 years, they forget about you. The promotion's never gonna come. Now in the federal government, in promotion ladder positions, you have the ability every 12 months to get promoted to the next grade. Check this one out right here. You start off as a GS9, making $59,000 a year, and in just 2 years, you're a GS12, where you could be making over $100,000 a year. If you're not in a promotion ladder type position, you can still apply for your promotion. Either in a different office, a different agency, a different state. You can even go to a different country. And that takes us to the next one, worldwide jobs. A lot of people, they want to go and travel. They want to explore other countries, other cultures, but they can't. And what's the main reason? It's the cost. It's the plane cost, the hotel cost, the whole thing, right? In the federal government, you can go ahead and live in these countries. I'm talking about countries like Germany, Italy, Japan, South Korea, Spain. There are jobs there in the Department of Defense, in the Department of State, in other agencies. You can apply as a US citizen and go to one of these countries and start working. While you're there, they have training opportunities. Maybe you want to learn a new language. The government's paying for it in a lot of these type of situations. Also, let's say you go to Europe. If you go to Europe, have you seen the plane cost, the airline cost? You can jump around Europe for almost less than $100 a plane. You want to go to Italy one day and then maybe go to Belgium the next day and then go to the Netherlands the next day. All that stuff, it's so much cheaper than trying to fly around in the United States. Okay, so that takes us to the next one. Training. You want to learn a new skill? Maybe take a college course? A lot of agencies, they have a budget for each employee. Could be $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 a year. You express your interest. I want to learn something new. Maybe you want a project management certificate. Maybe you want Six Sigma or a different type of software certification. Now, the caveat to this, usually whatever you pursue in training, it has to be somewhat related to your job. So as long as you can draw the connection, you could get approved, take advantage of a lot of these training opportunities. The next one is details. You ever get bored in your job and then the weekend comes and you're dreading Monday because you know it's the same thing over and over like Groundhog Day? Well, in the federal government, they have detail opportunities, meaning that you work in an entirely different office doing something completely different. And you can look at these type of opportunities as trying out for a new job. So Right now, you're working in correspondence, but you want to go over there and you want to help with privacy or information management. You want to help in a different office. Do that 3-4 months, they post the job announcement for that position. You've already been doing it, so you can easily apply. And as long as you built up a good reputation, they'll probably hire you. Maybe they won't even require an interview. A lot of times it's like that. So federal employees in general, most of them do not jump at detail opportunities because they look at it as more work or they don't want to leave their comfort zone. But you can do this. The next one is working at home. You can work at home in the federal government either by telework or by 100% remote work. The advantages are obvious. There's no commute. You're saving time. Car repairs, tolls, parking costs, all that goes away. You're on your couch, maybe you're in your home office, at the kitchen table, wherever you're at. You're able to work, get more done, have more time in your life. So with teleworking, most administrative jobs within the federal government, I'm talking about thousands of them, if not tens of thousands, these can be done. There's a component with telework involved. So you go to the office maybe once, maybe twice a week. The other 3 days, you could potentially be at your house, something that you're going to discuss with your supervisor and find out a schedule that works for both of you. Now, 100% remote work, as you can imagine, the competition is fierce. There's thousands of people, 2, 3, 4, 5,000 people applying to one position. Now, about a year ago, 18 months ago, there was about 600 jobs open almost every day. That has shrunk down to about 250, maybe 300. So over a 50% reduction in the remote work jobs I've been seeing on usajobs.gov, but the opportunities are still there. You just want to make sure your package is ultra competitive if you want to get traction, because you might get referred for some of these positions, but the trick is to actually get the interview, and that's going to prove difficult in 100% remote work jobs. The next one is job security. Thousands of people are fired each and every day in the private sector because that's what being an at-will employee is. They can fire you at any time. You can quit at any time. In the federal government, there's more protections. People can't just fire you because they don't like your personality or your style of dressing. They don't just fire you like that. After a 12-month probationary period that most employees are able to get through, you now have rights, rights to appeal, rights to union representation. So a toxic boss just can't get rid of you. More often than not, if there's a performance issue, you'll be placed under a performance improvement plan. And HR and your supervisor will check on you on a routine basis in order to adjust your performance. So they're more willing to work with you. Then there's the economic worries that you have in the private sector. What if there's a recession? Will there be a depression? At some point, yeah, these things are coming. Economic decline is kind of built into our economy. It's going to happen. And one of the last recession-proof jobs is a federal government job, or it's the public sector. As long as our country is successful, it will need a federal workforce. There is no special person that you need to know. If you have the experience, you're going to be found eligible for a lot of these jobs. But the real question is, what's in front of you? The resume. Is that right? Are you structuring your achievements in the right way? Are you answering the question of what you did and how you did it properly? If you're having issues with the achievements, there's no problem. I got you covered. I'm going to go through exactly how to find your achievements because most people feel like they don't have it. They just list their responsibilities. I'm going to show you how to find yours. If you're interested in that, I want you to watch this video next. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please click like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.